It's so radical, especially if you're wearing a habit. Like, everyone knows in some way of like you're living a different life than everyone else. And so the idea of religious life was always in the back of my mind, but it wasn't something that I was trying to bring to the forefront. That's like kind of what it was for a long time, like this like resistance of like, wow, I could really see myself in that, and I'm like, oh, don't think about it. Goodness, there's my cousin eating pizza. For some reason, I always start with this fact, but I'm an only child. I feel like that's a big part of my identity. I have a really good relationship with my parents. I'm very much like a family person. Here's some tennis stuff. I'm also pretty big of an athlete. I grew up playing tennis. I also like art as well. Oh, here's the one that was on the card. I was only in contact with older sisters and sisters that taught in schools, and just kind of didn't seem very relatable to me. So I really stayed in that discomfort for a long time of like, it's in the back of my mind, but I don't want to think about it, until I was a senior in college, actually.
If I remember correctly, we were on a camping trip, and Zoey brought it up and said that that's what she would like to do, that she would like to consider and discern about religious life.
Yeah, that's true.
Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts which we are about to receive.
I had really mixed emotions. I remember being at church, and I said, pray for us and pray for Zoey, because this is a change of life. You know, you're giving up so many worldly things.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit, help us to live our universal vocation to holiness.
After being in church and processing all this, it just hit me with such peace. I mean, what can be better than God asking your daughter to be, you know, so close to him?
So postulancy is the first step after you enter. Or they might not even call it postulancy, you might just become a novice right away. And you continue taking classes. But in total, it's like an 8 or 9 year process up until you make your final vows. And that's your wedding day. That's when you commit yourself to the Lord and profess vows for him. I feel like I'm able to love in the most radical way because I see them loving radically. And I just feel fully alive when I'm around them. We're just starting out on the journey, and the rest of my life, whatever that looks like, is just gonna be a journey.